All right, happy Sabbath, family.
Happy Sabbath.
I'm Brother Al. For those who don't know, this is my reader, Brother Brian, coming to you on behalf of the Vineyard of Israel in the name of the Most High God, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, with a message on this true Sabbath day, the seventh day of the week. All right, we'd like to praise the Lord for their revelation. Thank Him for their revelation. Thank Him for allowing us the opportunity to serve Him in spirit and in truth. It really is a blessing. Be able to serve the Lord according to knowledge and understanding. All right, with that being said, we know we have a message today entitled Marriage, Adultery, and Divorce. Real simple title. Marriage, Adultery, and Divorce. Good. Marriage, adultery, and divorce. Right? Hopefully we'll cover it to the best of our ability, right? Marriage, one thing about marriage, it's a godly institution, right? We got the world taking hold on this thing, and we just simply messing it up. We butchering. Reason being is because we're unholy people. The world I'm thinking about in general. Right. We're unfruitful. Right? So we got a godly institution, a holy institution, and we trying to operate in a holy institution without fruits, without holiness, without God. And that's why 60% of the marriages end in divorce today. And it's for simple stuff. They say money over here, that's the second leading cause. I think number one is they come to find out later on that they just don't have much in common. But the Lord told us that from the beginning. Don't be unequally yoked. Simple, right? But we don't like the Bible. We don't like God's instruction, but He's the one who gave us marriage. Right? And when He put marriage on the table, one thing we didn't realize, it was for life. It was not supposed to be divorce. Right? Matter of fact, He said He hated it because it messes up the family. The family is the foundation of society. Right? If you have a dysfunctional family, most of the time you'll have a dysfunctional community. Most of the time you'll have a dysfunctional nation. And that leads on to a dysfunctional world. And that's where we at. Everything is dysfunctional. Because we got marriage and we going against the Most High commands. We don't even get the parents involved in marriage no more. Everything is backwards. We might have to get to that next time. But yeah, we're going to try to cover marriage, adultery, and divorce this period. Next time we'll probably cover how the Hebrews married. They had arranged marriages for the most part. They had feasts, 7-day feasts. Most times we don't even have weddings nowadays. We just go sneak off to Vegas. Ain't no witnesses, Ain't no dowry. We just giving our sons and daughters away. Selling ourselves cheap. Getting something for nothing. So there's no committee, no real committee. The Lord told you where your treasure is where your heart gonna be. If you make a man pay dowry in order, you got daughters, and you make a man pay dowry, you know that where his treasure is, physical treasure I'm speaking about right now, his heart gonna be there. Right. So if he paying, if he love your daughter that much, he'll pay for it. He probably will treat her right. But if you just got a commitment without giving up anything, it don't mean quite as much for the most part. Alright? And that's what we got. Matter of fact, we got lack of commitments now. We get married for all the wrong reasons. His hair curly. You know what I'm saying? She look good. Well, what's on the inside though? She trash. Because if you really pay attention, attractive people come a dime a dozen. That's nothingness, but that's where we put all our stock in now. You have an attractive person, they be garbage on the inside. And now you done got stuck your foot in some mess and trying to find ways to get out of it. It wasn't supposed to be so. God didn't allow. Marriage is a good thing. We've turned it and flipped it upside down. It's frowned upon.
Right.
And let me say this while I'm thinking of marriage is between a man and a woman. Not a man and a man and not a woman and a woman. That's abomination.
That's right.
That's what we call that, abomination. So we're going to get started. Let's see how the Lord feels about this. Pick me up at Genesis 2, I want one verse 18. Is it echoing? Thumbs up. Yes, it's echoing. Genesis 2, verse 18. Genesis 2, verse 18. Genesis 2, verse 18. Hearken to the scripture.
And the Lord God said,
What happened?
it is not good that the man be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him.
Yeah, I know the Lord don't know what he's talking about. I don't know why he wrote that. Huh? This is from the beginning of time. We're dealing with the first man, Adam. Right? So, God knows what's good for man. If I'm the creator, I know what's good for my creation. Is that right? So look at what he's saying. At this point, what he's saying is, he done gave Adam dominion. Adam pretty much got the world. He done gave everything, all the beasts of the field, their names. Huh?
Right.
He got dominion, he got control, he got whatever he needs, he has it. Anything physical that he needs is there, is at his disposal. And at the same time, the Lord looked upon all of that and he said, you know what? It's not good for man to be alone. He said, you know what? I will make him a helper. Somebody to help him now.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, we think nowadays, I'm on my own. It's good for me to be, because you know what? We don't have commitment. We backwards, right? We stick and move. So you're gonna commit an abomination of sin, and the Lord is trying to prevent that from the very start. But he says it's not good for man because he never agreed with just sleeping around. Sex without commitment, that's fornication. He's gonna kill you for that. And just run around sleep with who you want with no ties. What you doing? You messing up the creation. You humbling someone else's spouse, somebody else's, something that was made for somebody else. Abomination. It's not good for man to be alone, right? He said, I will make for him a helpmeet. That's what he said. Let's go. We're going to come back here. Let's go to Proverbs 18. Proverbs 18, verse 22. My point is, God knows best. Proverbs 18. Proverbs 18, verse 22. Proverbs 18 and 22. Hearken to the scripture.
Whosoever findeth a wife, findeth a good thing.
Tell that to society today. They think it's better to be by themselves and sleep around them versus have somebody that you can commit to,
Right.
that you can share and enjoy life with, that you can grow together. Huh? Because at the end of the day, you're still going to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he said it wasn't good. And when we saw a man as alone in his first state, even when he had everything, God said it wasn't good. So I don't know how all of a sudden in these new times is good for man to be by himself.
Right.
He said, whosoever findeth a wife findeth a good thing and
obtaineth favor of the Lord.
get favor from God. You can't see him. You need to know that he's with you. This is one of the ways. You find a wife, you don't find God done send you some favor. In the flesh, you hear me? In the flesh, that means help. It's not a burden. We think God done send me this old burden. No, God sent you favor. The problem is you're not fruitful and she ain't fruitful. So it seems like a burden. It becomes a burden. But when he made man upright. He told you, if a man has sought out many wicked inventions, God knows what he's doing, right? Let's go to Ecclesiastes, the 9th chapter. Ecclesiastes 9. Ecclesiastes 9. Verse 9. It's going to be a burden if we don't do this thing right. That's the point. Everything from lack of money to disobedient children to children out of wedlock, right? It's going to be a burden. You're going to come with baggage. You hear me? That's how it is nowadays. Most relationships come with baggage. Huh? It wasn't supposed to be like that. Ain't how he created. You're supposed to be a virgin until you marry. Therefore, you have no baggage, no extra stress and extra problems. But since you don't listen to God, He rewards you off the work of your hand. Guess what? Fight come with that. He don't have to kill us in the flesh physically all the time. He let the word do it. Kill you slowly. You kill yourself, in other words. You do it to yourself, right? That's where we at. Verse 9, go ahead.
Live joyfully with the wife whom thou lovest all the days of the life of thy vanity.
You know, because like Solomon told us, all is vanity. Everything that we deal with is vanity. Well, he said, live joyfully with the wife of thy youth, all the days of thy vanity. Go ahead.
Which he hath given thee under the sun. All the days of thy vanity.
Hold on, which he hath what? Given you under the sun? All the days of your vanity? Yes.
For that is the portion in this life.
That's your portion, your inheritance in this life. Right? So you can't even enjoy that. How are you enjoying it? Everybody getting divorced.
Right.
Got to get back to the scriptures. Right? What? Go ahead.
And in thy labor which thou takest under the sun.
You gotta work. Man don't work, man don't eat. Man gotta have a place for him and his family to go. Right. How you gonna get a sister? You a man, you gonna get a sister. How you gonna join to her when your life sucks? You gonna make her life suck. And and God, He really set it up to prevent that. That's why you're a man, you're supposed to go to their father. Y'all got to have a conversation. The woman is under the father's protection. He's providing for her. If you don't have yourself together, why would I give you my daughter? You're going to make her life suck. Right. Sooner or later, y'all might be back at home. You ain't going to do that. Look, you got to go get something going for yourself. Right. That's what we got today. Men without drive, soft, effeminate, lazy. Ungodly, unholy, lustful, right? It's just an abomination. And then you're going to join to somebody else and you think it's going to get better? No. It's going to get worse. What verse you at?
10.
Let me have it.
Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do.
What you mean?
Do it with all thy might.
See, we ain't there no more. That's instruction from God. Whatever you find to do, no matter if you at work, you at home doing chores, whatever you put your hand to do, He said, do it with all you got, all your might. Don't save none. Don't give half effort. Halfway, go ahead, because that'll become a habit. That'll become part of your character. Go ahead.
For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest.
Right. Once you hit that grave, it's it. No consciousness. You're in a deep sleep until He call you out of there. So whatever you do it with all your might. The Lord command you to keep His commandments. Keep it with all your might.
That's right.
All your power. All your strength. If you're a bus driver, stay in your lane. Do it with all your might. I'm just saying. Right? Do it with everything you got. If you're a dishwasher, wash them dishes till you can see yourself in there. If you're a doctor, don't give us this sorcery when you know you got a better cure. Do everything the best, just like you're doing it for God. You won't have no problem. In other words, love thy neighbor as thyself. Part of being fruitful. Back up to Genesis 1. Oh, hold on. I think I need Ecclesiastes 10 right quick. 10. Hold at Genesis 1 too. Ecclesiastes 7, excuse me. Verse 7. Ecclesiastes 7. 10. I'll come back to it. Give me Genesis 1. I wrote it down wrong. Yeah, I wrote it down wrong. I'll find it. Genesis 1 in the meantime, verse 26. Okay. Genesis 1, verse 26. Go ahead.
And God said,
Yep.
let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air,
Right.
and over the cattle, and over all the earth,
Right.
and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth.
He said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness. That's going to be important. Right? After our likeness. And let them, man and woman, male and female is the species, that's man. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth. Go ahead.
And over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image.
Yes, sir.
In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them.
Is God holy? Is God righteous? Is God fruitful? So if he made man in his image, and after his likeness, why would man be the same way? Because the Bible says he made man upright. If the problem ain't how he made him, the problem is what man has become. The problem is what man has eaten. Who advice he's taking? He's taking the advice of Satan. We haven't taken the advice of God. And that's why we suffer in the flesh. But remember, he told you, live joyfully with the wife of your youth all the days of your vanity. We're not doing that. Because we're taking bad advice. So you get bad results. Every decision has a consequence, good or bad. He said, let them be what? Keep going.
And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful, and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth.
Y'all see what he did? He made them in his likeness. He said, God bless them. Right? If God bless you, everything's supposed to go okay.
That's right.
He said, let them be fruitful and multiply. This is the key. This is what we miss. This is where everything goes left, right here. One little word. What is it? What is it? It ain't multiply. We got that down pat. You're not even fruitful in your multiplication. That's the problem. The word we missed out on is being fruitful. Being fruitful. Once you become fruitful, then it's okay for you to multiply. See, when we read this, we thought being fruitful and multiply was talking about being fruitful was part of the multiplying. But when you read it with spiritual eyes, you will see you have to be fruitful before you can multiply. If you want it to go correctly. Huh?
That's right.
Be fruitful. And this is the part we don't do. This is the instruction we missing. We just shoot straight to multiplying like we know what we're doing. That's why we got so many bad situations. Skip that fruitfulness, right? I don't need that. We just straight multiply, but what are you doing? You're operating out of lust. That's all it is. You're operating out of desire. Ain't no love. Love is for fruit. Let's go see what he's talking about. Pick me up at Galatians, the 6th chapter. Galatians 6. Verse 22. Galatians 6 and 22. So be fruitful, right? We need to learn how to be fruitful.
5.
Galatians 5 and 22. Yeah. Look at now. Galatians 5 and 22. Listen, if y'all had to read this, you'd be struggling too. Galatians 5 and 22. Cut me some slack. We'll get to it. What do it say, brother?
But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering.
The word of the Spirit? God is the Spirit. The Spirit produces fruit. God is the tree of life. What He gives you is going to lead to life. And life more abundantly. So the fruit that the tree of life produces is like, what you say?
Love, joy,
right?
peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith.
You know what? I don't need this in my marriage. What am I going to do with love? How is joy going to prosper me in my marriage? What about long-suffering? That's the Bible days. No, we don't need long-suffering no more. We instant in this world now. Yeah, that's why your marriage is short. 2 days. You're already divorced. Because you leaving the fruits out. Right? What you need gentleness in your marriage. You need goodness. And you know who need it? Both parties. You understand me? Both parties. Man, you need it because you need to learn how to rule with the fruits. Women, you need it because you need to learn how to be subjective with the fruits. You understand? If you don't, it's not going to work. It's going to constantly be bashing, right? It's going to constantly be letdowns in the marriage. Man ain't fruitful. He ain't going to go out there and give everything he got. He ain't going to do that. He's going to quit his job. Like, got a family full of kids, you don't quit your job. You don't love them like you love yourself. Because if you did, you wouldn't have left them stuff. You wouldn't have did that. Whatever happened to you, you would have took that reproach. Because you know you got mouths to feed. You know people counting on you. But you can't be no soft noodle back man and you got a family, they counting on you. They count on you to lead, to guide, to instruct, to help, to love. No, I ain't with that love. It's soft. That's too much. You need it. If you want a fruitful relationship, you need all of these fruits. Once both parties get this down pat, then it's okay for us to multiply. Because this is what we're going to pass on to the next generation.
Right.
And it's just be an endless cycle. An endless cycle. That's how it should be. Because in the beginning, what God is doing, let me just ask y'all. The kingdom of God was created from what? From when? Foundation of the earth. I'm trying to teach men how to live righteously in the kingdom of God all the way from the beginning. So if you do this and we keep producing fruitfulness and fruitful, keep multiplying and being fruitful, all you'll have on earth is the kingdom of God, utopia. Right. Instead of how it is now. The whole earth is out of course now. Ain't no God in the people now. And the sad thing about it is, people in the church and the truth, ain't no God in us. We're full of hate, envy, malice. We don't listen to the instructions He's giving us. You know why? Because it calls you to be better than who you are. It calls you to produce fruits of the Spirit and not the flesh. Envy, malice, those are works of the flesh. Adultery. One of the number one killers in the marriage today. Fornication. I'm reading verse 19 now. uncleanness, lasciviousness, right? Idolatry, witchcraft, variance, emulate. All of these kill the marriage. Keep going, Brother Brown. Verse 23.
23.
Yes, sir.
Meekness.
Meekness. You know what he can constantly tell men to do? Especially when you're married, you got a spouse. Esteem them better than yourself. Not me, I'm the head. You gotta learn how to be the head, brother. If Christ didn't esteem us better than himself, he wouldn't have came and died. He was straight, he wasn't gonna die.
Right.
He trying to teach us how to be like him. That don't mean, brother, that don't mean your wife is over you. That means you would think about your actions before you just started doing stuff. Just because you don't have free reign, you still got to answer to God. Just because you don't like what he's telling you, you still got to listen. You still got to answer to God. Overall, we both parties still have to answer to God. So we still have to operate with the fruits if we want this thing to be successful. Holy union requires spiritual righteousness, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Everything ain't gonna go your way all the time, but you still have to exercise self-control. You just can't pop off at the mouth because you mad. The Bible don't teach you that. It say don't dish out railing for railing. No, we do. I'm going to get them back. You escalate a bad situation. You don't know how to bring peace. You say, blessed are the peacemakers. Right. You got to be trained. You got to be trained. God is training us. You got to stop falling down. What verse you at?
That was it, 23.
That ain't it. Keep rolling.
Against such there is no law.
Look at that. Against love, no law. Against joy, no law. Against peace, no law. Long-suffering, meekness, goodness, temperance, no law against that. That means no penalty for breaking those things. Go ahead.
And they that are Christ have crucified the flesh with the afflictions of lust and lust.
This is the problem.
Affections.
Look at that. If you in Christ, how you having marriage problems? Huh? If you really in Christ, let's just get to the Bible. This Paul wrote this. This man said, them that are Christ have done what?
Crucified the flesh with the affections and lust.
Somebody lying. You in the truth and you borderline divorce? Somebody ain't in Christ. Huh? Look, this is what you've crucified. If you in Christ. Verse 19. Go ahead.
Now the works of the flesh are manifest.
So this is what should be crucified. If, capital I, capital F, you Christ. Go ahead.
Which are these?
Yes.
Adultery, fornication.
So we should be able to just throw this out for the people that's in Christ. This should not even come up. Adultery. It's a commandment against it first and foremost. This is one of the number one reasons that homes are broken up. You lie to your spouse and to God. Adultery.
Fornication. Uncleanness.
Yes.
Lasciviousness.
What else?
Idolatry. Witchcraft. Hatred. Variance. Emulations. Wrath. Strife. Seditions. Heresies.
So, with all these works of the flesh in the world, why wouldn't he command us to be fruitful first? Because if you don't become fruitful first in your marriage, you're going to cleave on to some of these works. Now, all of them might not be within you, but a lot of them going to hit you.
Right.
This is what you're going to be producing. And this is what you're going to bring into a marriage. You was a fornicator, before your marriage. You never changed. You never became fruitful. Guess what you're going to be in your marriage? You're going to be an adult. That spirit ain't left you because you never stomped it out. You was a liar, a cheat. You was abusive before. and you don't become fruitful, guess what you're going to be in the marriage? Abuse. You just need the right situation. Say something I don't like. You better, that's all it's going to take. You're going to, what? Revert back to bad habits, right? Because you ain't changed. You're not Christ. It's a difference. It's a difference between a godly marriage and a fleshly marriage.
Absolutely.
Huh? He said, because the flesh and the spirit, they war against each other. You got both of them. It's not no split down the middle, half and half. He told you that you will know the tree by their fruits. Huh? Don't no good tree bring forth bad fruit. And don't no bad tree bring forth good fruit. See, this is why children, y'all need the parents to be involved. If a man or a woman don't have enough common courtesy or dignity to meet and greet and get to know your parents, if you gotta sneak off and get married, if you too ashamed to introduce them to your parents, that's a red flag right there. That ought to tell you something ain't right. This short term, it's temporary. See, but you don't want to bring them to your parents. You already know they're gonna tell you that because you know it deep down yourself. You don't want to go through that because you like them, because you lust out. Not because you love them. You like how they look. They light skinned. That's what you like. Characteristic, physical characteristic. That's it. They light skinned. We dumb as a box of rocks. Why can't I open a crayon box? Huh? He's still struggling to put a hole in his apple juice. How you gonna take care of a family? So you know what? My daddy gonna peek that out. That ain't gonna have that. So you know what you do? Don't sneak out the back door. Parents gotta be involved. What verse we in? I lost track.
21.
Let me have it.
Envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like of thee which I tell you before.
See, it don't even have to be just these words, but words that's similar. He said, I've told you already. What you tell them?
As I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God.
Right. Can't get in. And you know what? If you marry somebody that's doing this, they're going to push it on you eventually. You know what I'm saying? You can't get in. That's why he instruct us. Don't be unequally yoked. You're not strong. That's what he was mad about the people in Genesis the 6th chapter for. You had people of the flesh that was still operating in the flesh, marrying the sons of God. The sons of God was the ones who was led by God's Spirit, by His Word. And you know what was happening? The world was becoming more and more wicked. He constantly tell you, they'll turn your heart away from me. And then you will be in this situation where you can't inherit the kingdom of God. Don't be unequally yoked. What verse?
22.
Okay, we read that. We're just telling us about the fruits of the Spirit. Drop down to verse 24 again, because he read good. Go ahead.
And they that are Christ have crucified the flesh with their affections and lusts.
So how you going to crucify all your affections and lusts, right? You knew how hard it was for you. And then you're going to join to somebody that hasn't got rid of these things yet.
Right.
They're going to open that door back up. And you know what happens when it's opened back up? He said at the end of that, man, it's going to be worse than the first. More spirits going to come in. Unclean spirits going to come in. It'll be harder this time. Go ahead.
If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit.
See, if we live in the Spirit, things will be fruitful, peaceful, right? Even in bad situations, we'll know how to handle it with long suffering and meekness and temperance.
That's right.
Not anger and malice, strife. Just situations are going to rise regardless if you godly or not. But how you handle it is what makes all the difference. A godly person, they're going to try to handle it godly. A wicked person, they're going to handle it wicked. Continuous cycle. Go ahead. If we live in the Spirit, he said we should walk in the Spirit. Go ahead.
Let us not be desirous of vainglory.
Look at that. This ain't with your mate. You got women now, they make more than the men. got to get two vain people together. She'll be boasting against her husband. He man be doing everything he can to try to make what she made. Break his neck. Working weekends and nights. Then now he never see her. Now more problems. Vainglory destroys her. This is what he told the godly person. What?
Provoking one another.
Mm-hmm.
Envying one another.
That's what it leads to. He told us to esteem one above another. See, you gotta have some meekness in order to do that. You ain't just born with the ability to know how to do it. It gotta be taught. Part of being fruitful. Right back up to Ephesians. Or go forward to Ephesians, the 5th chapter. Verse 23. Ephesians 5. You there?
Yes, sir.
First. Matter of fact, yeah, 23, go ahead.
For the husband is the head of the wife,
Mm-hmm.
even as Christ is the head of the church.
That's right, it's proper order. Now you're comparing the husband and the wife to Christ and the church, because the church is Christ's bride. Alright, go ahead.
And he is the Savior of the body.
Big responsibility for a man, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
The first line of defense. Spiritually, physically. Go ahead.
Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything.
See, brother, I knew you was going to read that. Why don't you get mad at God? He wrote it. But you don't want to do that, so you get mad at me. Oh, God take it. But he's just telling you. It's still part of being fruitful. You can't have two leaders. Huh? It just don't work. Ask Eve. He said, what verse is that, 24?
24.
Therefore, as the church is subject to Christ. Is the church subject to Christ? What that mean? Do Christ rule over us with like a rod of iron? Do he rule over the church with envy? Do he oppress the church? To find life. He give the church what? Good instruction that lead to life. And then if you make sure you got everything, because he said if you seek the kingdom first, all these things will be added unto you, speaking of things in the flesh. Huh? That's the man, you got the same responsibility. You better go to work. What are we doing out here? You know, we got these guys, you know, they sit on their butt and they wait on a woman to take care of them. Eating cereal, changing diapers, putting it on sideways. So you at least get the diaper changing game right. Step it up, do something. That's going to help you. Instead of adding to the household, you divide and taking away, man. You just like one of the kids. Huh? But you trying to rule over that woman with anger and malice. Right? Every chance you get, you an oppressor. You condemn. God hate oppressors. He hated. You a burden. Huh? I gotta come. She might need to change your diaper.
Right.
Sure, go get that man some Depends, man, a bottle. Tell him you ain't cooked, you get milk tonight with some Depends. I'll let you boy. Huh? Keep rolling.
25.
Yeah.
Husband.
I'm just saying we gotta stop. It's ridiculous out here. You know what I'm saying? Men and women and men. Role reversal is crazy. You done learn from the wrong master. You done learn from the wrong master. Go ahead.
Husbands.
Yes.
Love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church.
That's a command. He said it twice in these couple of verses that we done hit. He died for the church. This is what when we go back to Adam. Adam said, "This flesh is my flesh, bone and my bone." You done came. If you don't have that type of love, you don't even need to cleave on to no one. If you don't have that love for your wife, you better learn it. Because you're not walking in Christ without that type of love. You might throw her in front of the bullet. Go ahead and read.
And gave himself for it, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word.
So he gave himself for it, and he cleaned the house with the washing of water by the word of God. Ooh. That's what he's trying to teach us. Follow in his footsteps. Go ahead.
That he might present it to himself a glorious church.
Yes.
Not
And that's why
having
we're supposed to do the women. We should present them glorious to ourselves. But the woman is the glory of the man. But we're being fruitful together. It's just she a part of me. That I can love her just like I'm loving me. Ain't no man never hated himself. What's the problem? The problem is your love is vain, pretending. Right? You haven't learned how to properly love. It's more than just saying it. Right?
That's right.
Go ahead.
Not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish.
Wow. Go ahead.
So are men to love their wives as their own bodies.
So I don't know why the Lord will put that big stipulation on us like that. The glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle. Oh, because that's how he is. A lamb without spot and without blemish.
That's right.
So why would I come back from lamb to spotted and blemish? That's not what I taught. Huh? It says, you know what? So are men to love their wives as their own bodies. Christ is our example. But if you don't have Christ in your life, what example do you have?
Right.
Go ahead.
He that loveth his wife, loveth himself.
Let's say I'm retarded though. To the carnal mind, I can love myself without loving my wife. I love Susie. Or you lust after Susie, you don't love. Would you want that done to you? No, you would. You'll be over there crying. In the corner crying somewhere.
Right.
But you will go do this to your wife. You don't know. You love lust. Hmm? You don't even love yourself. So we got oppressors. We got lustful, lazy. This is the result without God. This is a marriage without God. That's what I'm explaining. Huh? We in bad shape. What else?
29. For no man ever yet hated his own flesh, but nourished and cherished it.
Is that the truth? That man be in the mirror trying to get it right. My brother said he had long hair. He said it took about 8 hours to get it. I said 8 hours. Oh my goodness, for real? I started to go get me a haircut that next day and send him a text saying thanks. Now the point is, men do love. They said we'll go far. Basically, we'll do whatever it takes, right, to make sure we straight, we looking good, we got what we need. We supposed to be the same way for our mate. I ain't called him names, so go ahead and read.
Even as the Lord the church.
Even as God loves the church. What else?
For we are members of his body,
yes,
of his flesh,
yes,
and of his bones.
Look, this is how tightly knitted we supposed to be with the Lord. Part of his body, flesh and bone. Go ahead.
For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined unto his wife, and they two shall be one flesh.
That's right. If you don't have no place in your own list, you do not need to be trying to join on to a wife. Where she gonna go? She already on her father's roof and protection. She got what she needs. Only thing you gonna do is make it worse. If you don't have no place for her to go, you don't need her. You can't take care of her. You're not responsible. Huh? That's how it is. Both of y'all up here in their parents' house. Hey, that's only gonna last for so long. You're gonna wear out your welcome. You lazy, you won't even work.
Right.
You done. What happened?
This is a great mystery, but I speak concerning Christ and the church. Nevertheless,
what?
Let every one of you in particular so love his wife even as himself.
Back up to verse 9. Love your wife as you love yourself. This is a commandment from God. Ain't no wiggle room. Is this an option? Go ahead.
For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth.
That's right. So you can't say you cleave with God and then you do the opposite and then say you're still a Christian.
Right.
That's a lie. The fruit of the Spirit, God's Spirit produces godly attributes. That's how it is. That's how you can tell. Because you tell Christ, once again, Christ said you're going to know them by their fruit. A good tree is going to produce good fruit. A bad tree is going to produce bad. It ain't no mixture. Ain't no good tree going to produce bad fruit. It's not going to happen. A bad tree produces bad fruit.
Right.
Go ahead.
Proving what is acceptable unto the Lord, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but
Proving
rather
what's acceptable to who?
the Lord.
Right. Have no fellowship with who?
Unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them.
So how y'all gonna be together if one of y'all is in light and one of y'all is in dark? How's it gonna prosper? It's gonna be rough, right? Back up to 2 Corinthians 6. Verse 14. Second Corinthians 6. Verse 14. Talking to the scriptures.
Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers.
Right. Don't be yoked together with unbelievers. Go ahead.
For what fellowship hath the righteousness and unrighteousness?
Mm-hmm.
And what communion hath light with darkness?
Right. What fellowship do righteousness have with unrighteousness? None. It's like trying to fit a triangle in a circle. It just don't work. Right? He said, what communion do light have with darkness? None. Go ahead.
And what concord hath Christ with Belial?
Mm-hmm.
Or what part he hath believed with an infidel?
That's right. What part do a believer have with a non-believer? Somebody gonna want to celebrate Christmas, somebody not.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Somebody might want to go to the mosque, somebody definitely not. Huh? Somebody might want to celebrate Easter, somebody definitely not.
That's right.
We don't have nothing to agree on. We can't even build a foundation. Where do we start? There's nothing. I like your hair. What if I don't do it tomorrow? Kill that. You building your house from the roof down, it's gonna fall. Or you building it on sand, it's not gonna stand. Gotta get to the rock. Get your foundation on the rock. That's Christ. That's the foundation. Principles of God. Fruits of God. Commandments of God. Alright? We trying to succeed in this marriage thing. But there's rules to it. Right? Let's go to 1 Peter. 3rd chapter. You know, when men come into the truth, a lot of Israel, we're going to read about, the subjection and everything. A lot of Israel, they take it out of bounds. To the point where they become oppressors. God's not an oppressor. Think of that verse 1. Right? 1 Peter 3, verse 1. Hearken to the scripture.
Likewise, you wives, be in subjection to your own husband, that if any obey not the word, they also may be without the word.
Won over by without the word. By observing your conversation and your behavior. If you're not fruitful, you're not about to win nobody, no unbeliever over. Why would I join unto you? Look how you act. How I'm going to come to your God and you act like trash? I'm good enough already. I'm better than you, and I don't even believe in your God. Huh? You got to listen. Read that again, Brian. Go ahead.
Likewise,
What?
ye wives, be in subjection to your own husband.
Look, this is not popular in today's society, but this is good godly behavior. This is gonna keep the order. Everything gonna work smoothly when it's in order, right? That means basically at the end of the day, whatever if y'all have a difference of opinion, the man got the last say so. He got the ultimate say so. That mean you can't have an opinion. Well, I'm the man, your opinion don't matter. Well, we need a helpmate, not a slave. Somebody help you. She equal. If you let her help you, she can help. But at the same time, you supposed to be taking that running too far. All you gave me a little power. He jumps to the moon. Sit down. You don't run nothing. I just need you to help me. I'm the leader. I'm running this ship. Right? You just help me out. Look, I'm the king. You the queen. I'm trying to back the world is. It don't got nothing to do with nothing. If I'm saying even in their games, they done made we could deal with chess. They done make the queen more powerful than the king. The queen can move up and down far as she wants, diagonal side. You know, that king can move one spot. And he gotta be protected. The king gotta be protected. Like what in Israel, our kings go to war. Right, we don't need, look, I don't need no woman to protect me. I don't need you going to war for me, none of that. You know, you go say I'll bake some biscuits or something, you know, help me out, balance a checkbook or something. I can do that physical though. I don't even need you cutting my grass. Right. You know what I'm saying? We be mad, we helping masculize. I don't need you to be no police officer. No. It's bad video. The Israelite got shot by a woman cop. You know what I'm saying? Things supposed to be certain role. We don't know our place. Right? We let society dictate what position we can and can't be in instead of listening to the Lord. Lord, we ain't have no women police officers. Women didn't go to war in Israel. Huh? They didn't. Right? Women don't lead churches. Where we get that from? The devil. Right? It just says simply plain, you are of your father the devil. Long story short, moral to the story is the man is the head. Right? If we're gonna follow proper order, he don't have to oppress and rule over her with vigor. Right? But as long as she know, as long as all the kids and everybody know, this is how I go. He's my head. You respect that. Reverence, right? The Bible told a man to love the woman. He told a woman to reverence her husband. You see what I'm saying? That's right. You got to show him proper respect. Stop going and getting outside advice all the time. Put people out your business. Go ahead.
That if any obey not the word.
Now, just point to the book when I started on it. Just do like this. To the scripture. Go ahead.
That if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of their wives.
Look, you cannot win them over by beating them with the Bible. It's virtually impossible. Your conversation mixed with your lifestyle, they have to see God in you. Don't you know the Bible talks about when he behold himself in the mirror of Christ, or you behold yourself in the mirror, you basically should see each other. Christ should see you. You part of his body. He's your head. Right? He should see you and you should be able to see him. If not, it's a problem. You have to crucify the works of the flesh. So if they watching everything you do, they got to see if it's worth it. And if you don't show them, you don't produce the fruit, it's not going to be worth it. Why would they come to you? You got too many rules already. Huh? It already kind of sort of feels like bondage. You understand? Because the world is backwards, not God. That's why it feels like bondage. Because we living after the order or the course of the world, which he told us not to do. Well, so when you kind of come back to God, it feels like bondage. It's a strain. Because it's a strain on that natural man. That's why people hate the Sabbath. Simplest thing. He said he made it for you. How you hate something he made for you? All you gotta do is rest and rejoice. Right. Not to me. But anyway, what verse 3?
Verse 2.
Come on, Brian.
While they behold your chaste conversations coupled with fear.
See, your conversation coupled. That means mingled or added with what? Fear. What? Go ahead.
Who's adoring, let it not.
Fear what though? Fear the Lord, which is your whole duty. Right? Your chaste conversation. You can't just be saying everything, especially you living with a non-believer. How you not gonna watch your tongue?
Right.
You trying to win them over, but you really not. You know why? Because you good. You don't love them like yourself. I'm good. Whatever I said, oh, you ain't come. I gave you the word. Yeah, you gave me the word. You beat me with it. But what about your lifestyle? Huh? What you living though? I need to see it. You talking and telling me, but I can't see nothing. All I see is you yelling and screaming and beating and cussing me out and punching me, and none of it. I'm not coming over there. I'm a Christian. Why I come to the God of Israel? He let men be women. No, he don't. You just not in God. You need to quit using his name. You cut it out. He let you live off me. You broke. No, he don't. I'm just really not following him. I just like the Sabbath. Just saying, you driving my car. I was doing better than that. Anyway, just keep rolling. Your outward, he said, coupled with your chaste conversation, coupled with fear. That's the part we're leaving on the table. Fear of God. Go ahead.
Whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair.
Plaiting of the hair. Look at that. Always worried about the outward appearance. And your inner man be trashed out. And then, two, you looking just on the flesh. When you trying to pick a mate, you just looking at the fleshly appearance. You know why the kids don't? That's why they don't want the parents to pick out them a mate no more. You probably gonna pick somebody ugly. You know what I'm saying? No, we know what y'all like. Like we just gonna go out and do you in? Cause nobody do that. Say love our neighbors ourselves. You know why would I do you like that? But what I'm not gonna do is pick you somebody that ain't got nothing going for themselves and that's not in the truth. I'm not gonna marry you. You can say I don't care. Go out and get somebody that ain't in nothing here. You gotta go pay for a wedding. It's serious. Because he's playing with your life. You think it's just we get married. You think it's just that on the surface. No, this is your life, man. Your earthly life. What you do is going to determine if you get salvation. He don't want you to go outside because it's easy for you to get flipped. You done left the protection of my house and the truth, and you going to cleave on to a non-believer, and I'm married, you ain't nothing. It's not going to happen. I ain't going to do it. Go ahead.
And of wearing of gold or of putting on apparel.
Because the life is worth more than these things. We need to stop. This should not be our primary focus like it is. You can't even get to the real problems because we too concentrated on the flesh. Go ahead. 4.
But let it be the hidden man of the heart, and that which is not corruptible.
Look at that. The hidden man of the heart, the mind, it's supposed to not be corrupted. But our hidden man is dirty. He corrupt. He led by deceitful lust. Go ahead.
And the ornament of meek and quiet spirit, which is the sight of God of great price.
Look, if we really trying to please God, look at what he's saying. Ladies, there's a great price. A meek and a humble spirit. That's cheap. Is that what he said? It's a great price in the sight of God. I wonder why. Maybe because it's rare. To see ladies with meek and humble spirit, which he didn't used to be so. I'm not going to pay. If something is common, I'm not going to pay a great price for something common. Is that true? I'm going to pay a great price for something that's rare. Right? You do that in the flesh. When you go out and pick out your merchandise, you do that. Some common, you're going to pay a common price. But something that's rare, it's going to cost you. Right? Go ahead.
For after this manner, in the old time, the holy woman also, who trusted in God.
Oh. He said after this is how the old holy women behave. Huh? Listen. We struggling in our dress. We can't even dress right. Everything we think that's old is really good for you. Man told you to be modest. There's no way you should be running around with yoga pants on. That is not modest. Let's just go keep it real. Yoga pants, daisy dudes, that stuff is not modest. Your shirt should not end here. No. Huh? So you're supposed to be training and saving yourself and prepare yourself for a godly man. But all we see is the world. Legs all out. It's not supposed to. Everybody's seeing what you're working with. And you think that's sexy, that's cute. That's demonic, that's devilish. A godly woman cover herself up. You know why? Because she respects herself.
That's right.
She knows she's not cheap. I'm a great price. I got work. I got value. It's just like yoga pants with pockets and a zipper. Just saying. I have never seen no one with no loose jeans. Raise your hand if you got loose women jeans. Nope. Your loose is not going to be the same. I guarantee you. You know what I'm saying? If you laying down and you trying to, no, listen. Stretch jeans, no. We got to get back, y'all. We got to go back. God told us, don't forget the old way. He said, the old women who trusted in God. The reason why we do all this, because we don't trust in God, we get all of this from our oppressor.
Right.
Your oppressor teach you everything. You take on his dress code, you take on his mentality. Huh? So you bring that to somebody that's godly, you trashed out. I can't do nothing with you.
Right.
You give yourself away. For free. Ain't no dowry. You give yourself, you cheap. You selling yourself short. Something for nothing. A bargain. Because you don't like the old. You don't want to go back to the old way. You shouldn't even let a man come at you. He don't got nothing to pay. Boys can't even pay for wedding. That's why you don't want to have them. Let's just go to the courthouse, bro. Huh? You know that wedding gonna cost about 10 racks. We can go get a car, which you can, but you know good and well you ain't gonna go buy no car.
Right.
Israel used to get down. It was a big thing. They had 7-day feast. People knew. You're not just marrying that person, you're taking on their family. Right. The parents get involved, right? Have you noticed nowadays, most of the people hate their in-laws? They don't get involved. We don't know them. Once again, unequally yoked. It's a bad situation. Most people hate their in-laws. It's not supposed to be like that. If you hate my mom, how you love me? I learned a lot from her. Huh? If you don't respect my father, how do you respect me? Huh? If I don't respect your parents, how do I really feel about you? I remember once I was getting ready to marry my wife, I was going to go to her dad and ask. I wasn't in the truth like that, but out of respect, I was going to do it. But I thought about it. I didn't want to hear them say, Mr. Howard, do you mind if I take your daughter hand in marriage? No, you drive a school bus. I said, don't eat. I didn't want to hear that. So you know what we did? The straight American thing. I'm going to go around your daddy, propose. Listen, we're not going to, that got to end here. You hear me? I'm not giving you away. Nobody's going around me. Right? If you can't come through, you don't get that. That's good. And if you go and you do it on your own, I'm not supporting it. Right. I'm not with it. Because it's probably not going to end well for you. I'm looking out for you. See, children today, they don't think that their parents have their best interests at heart. But I know it ain't going to end well for you because you're breaking the command. Honor thy father and mother. That's respect. Go ahead, man. Don't commit adultery. That's in the command. Trying to be fruitful.
Yeah.
You know, all that stuff is in the commandments. Go ahead. If you deal with somebody that's commandmentless, you get what you get. I'm not supporting the foolishness. Go ahead.
Adorn themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands.
If you're not in the Lord, ain't no way you can be in subjection. It's already hard enough for the ladies that, you know, in the Lord to be subjected. We learning. You see, we got to do it backwards. Because we caught the information late. You know, so of course we're going to go through a little more, but if you got it right now, you don't have to make these same mistakes. You can live in joy and peace. You understand? Versus a little bit of struggle or you know, tribulation when it don't have to be. You can learn and do better, not hear the word and do worse.
Right.
So that's how we are. Hear the word. You don't know what you're talking about. You always talking about the Bible. Go ahead.
Even
that's how they think. You always talking about the Bible. Go ahead. What verse is it? 6.
Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters you are.
Hold on, let me just ask a question. Is she frowned on for that? Do any of the sisters that deal with God frown on Sarah for calling Abraham Lord? She feared God more. That's why she called him that. She just showing that I respect him. I reverence. It ain't because I'm bowing down to you. You know, no, listen. It's because she respect God's order even more. Right? So she's willing to submit herself to the word. And the word tells her to be in subjection to the woman. Just like it tells the man, you gotta love your wife like your own body. If you don't do that, you gotta excuse them. Go ahead.
As long as you do well and are not afraid with any amazement.
Let's do well. Go ahead.
Likewise, you husband, dwell with them according to knowledge.
Now this for the husband. I told you gotta be fruitful. How you gonna dwell with them in knowledge if you don't know nothing? Huh? How? You know what you're gonna give them? The knowledge of the word. Now let's get this rap song on. Huh? Dumbing down. And that's how the children gonna be. And you know it's a mockery because they got shows now. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? That's an insult. Every parent should be smarter than a 5th grader. By common sense. You know what I'm saying? We smarter than a 5th grader. This is ridiculous. This society is really satanic. But you know why they put them shows on? So the kids can frown on their parents. They can look down on them. Now, you don't know what you're talking about. I've been there, done that, right? I know what you're talking about. But I see you gonna go down that same road. Only thing is, it could be worse for you. Because you know better. At least I didn't know better and then just went down anyway. You know better, you still gonna go down that road.
Right.
Because you got a different spirit. You listening to different advice. You taking, like the Lord said in Isaiah, he said, you know, my people, they take counsel, but not of me. He said, they cover with a spirit, but not my spirit. And that's how we are. We take advice with everybody but from God. And we still want the godly benefits. And that's not how it is. Go ahead. So we gotta be fruitful. Deal with them according after knowledge. What?
Giving honor to the Lord.
Giving what?
Honor.
Giving what?
Honor.
Giving hatred.
Honor.
It's the way to rule. Right? He said give honor to your wife. How?
As unto the weaker vessel.
You know that. If you give honor to her, she gonna, guess what? It's gonna come right back. Huh? She gonna respect you. Because you think something of it. You gotta remember. Bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. Come on.
And as being heirs together of the grace of life.
Look at that. How you going to do this if you're not fruitful? If you haven't learned from God, how you going to be an heir together of the grace of life? How? It's not. You're not. We haven't even got to multiply. Huh? See, we thought being fruitful was just a one-step process. It takes time. Ain't no way you 16, 17, 18, 25 years old and you got it all figured out. Be fruitful, he said, giving grace, giving honor unto the wife as the weaker vessel, being heirs together of the grace of life. Go ahead.
That your prayers be not hindered.
Wonder why they ain't getting answered. What's your behavior like? What's your behavior towards your spouse? What is it like? Because I know you're praying, you're saying you're keeping the commands. It ain't being answered.
Right.
It's a problem. The problem could be with you. You gotta fix yourself before you fix somebody else. Stop blaming them all the time. Blame yourself.
Right.
If you fix what it is you're doing, sooner or later, I bet you they take after you. But I said, you done straighten up a little bit. Let me see what I can do. Heirs together. You need to deal with them at the knowledge, because if you slip and fall, you need them to be able to right there where you can pick me up. You need to be able to have a godly conversation without the parties getting mad. But when you talk Bible, no matter who it is, feelings get, involved. Reason together. You gotta be able to do that. The book is not for oppression. That your prayers be not hindered. What else?
Finally, be you all of one mind.
Watch this. Be all of one. You and your wife, y'all supposed to have the same mind toward each other. Full of what?
Compassion.
You out of there already. We haven't even got to the rest of the end of the verse. You out of there. You haven't fulfilled your obligation. How you going to demand them to fulfill theirs? Having compassion one of another. Come on.
Love as a brethren.
Love, because we'll love the brethren with our mouth. Come dap them up, right? But you can't deal with your wife the same way. I was watching one motivational speech. He said, you don't want to be a public success and a private failure. You don't want to do that. You were all the way around failure. You just didn't realize it. Having compassion on one another, love as the brethren. Go ahead.
Be pitiful.
Man, this is. Be pitiful toward each other. Go ahead.
Be courteous.
Why you say it like that? Be courteous. Don't you know it's a foreign language in relationship now to say please and thank you? Excuse me. Pardon me. No manners. We're going against the book. Be courteous. Excuse me. Please. Thank you. We're trying to produce fruits of God's Spirit. Right? Be pitiful one to us. I mean, if they do something, against you or you don't like, don't just jump down their throat. Remember, put yourself in that situation. Check out the reasoning. Then jump down their throat. No, but go ahead and just kidding. Go ahead and read.
Not rendering evil for evil.
Look at that. Don't render evil for evil. See, we good at this. But God is not teaching us to do that. He's teaching you not to render evil for evil. Go ahead.
Or railing for railing. But contrariwise blessing.
Contrariwise. He said blessing. It's out. Go ahead.
Knowing that ye are thereunto called, that you should inherit a blessing.
Go ahead.
For he that will love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil, and his lips that they speak no guile.
Man, if you can't control your tongue, how you gonna look after your soul? If every time they rail on you or render evil to you, you rail back or render evil back, it's not godly. You're going to increase a bad situation. So in that situation, you ought to be able to hold your, if you got it, you crucify the deeds of the flesh, you should be able to hold your tongue. At least sometimes.
Right.
But you know what causes us to do that? Pride. Arrogance. Even falling back to vainglory. Provoking one of another. What verse? Excuse me. What verse you on, John?
11.
Go ahead.
Let him eschew evil and do good. Let him seek peace and ensue it.
That's what we need to do. Hate evil. Do good. Seek what?
Peace.
Seek peace. Hate evil. Go ahead.
For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous.
This key though. The eyes of the Lord are over the righteous. What does he do?
And his ears are open unto their prayers.
You need that. Every situation ain't gonna go good. So you need the Lord to be able to hear you when you pray. That's why two better than one. If one fall, maybe you hear the prayer of the righteous. But if it's just you and you fall, who are the people are? Go, you finish that verse?
But the face of the Lord is against them that do evil.
You heard it. Colossians 3. You're against it. No matter how many commandments you keep, once you get outside. Verse 12. You there? Hearken to the scripture.
Put on therefore,
what?
As the elect of God, holy and beloved,
what?
bowels of mercies.
Whoa. Mercy? He said, and if you're the elect of God, he said, put on bowels of mercy. Go ahead.
Kindness.
What? Kindness? How many of you knew that? Why you always get mad? I ain't rest in the bosom of a fool. A fool say in his heart there is no God. Kindness.
Humbleness of mind.
So you can't show love to the brethren and then always be mad at your spouse. You got some work to do. What you say?
Humbleness of mind.
What you say? You said what?
Humbleness of mind.
The simplest things is the hardest. Nobody should be exalted. Even if you're there, you shouldn't be exalted. Can't nobody tell me, you can't tell me nothing, I'm not head. That's wrong, that's the wrong idea, that's the wrong spirit, that's the wrong way. Humbleness of mind. You know God he don't even need no counsel. He listens to his bride. He let her in on what's going on. Israel is his bride. Don't you know what he said? I do nothing unless I reveal my secrets to my servant the bride. He don't need no help. But look at his mind. He let his church know what's going on. Go ahead.
Meekness. Long suffering.
What's these? Fruits of the Spirit. You can't get away. Come on.
Forbearing one another and forgiving one another. If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Christ forgave you, so also do ye.
I can't do it. I can forgive. Just can't forgive. But you ain't forgave.
Right.
He said, forgiving one another. We're just trying to show you, old man, you know, but you're really not as good off as you think you are. There's no way you should be oppressing your wife, and the wife, there's no way you should not be reverencing the husband. If one of y'all have a problem with each other, say, forgive. Because you know why? Christ did it for you. You didn't know you transgressed him? You didn't know you upset him? You did. You didn't know you was worthy of death? You were. But he forgave you. So why can't you do the same thing? Remember the parable he gave us about the servant? He owed all them talents, and his master forgave him. Then he had somebody that owed the talents to him, and he went and he oppressed him. What did he say? Oh, wicked servant, cast in the outer darkness. It's the same way. Go ahead.
And above all these things, put on charity, which is the bond of perfectness.
Charity is going to hold everything together. True love is going to allow you to be kind and humble of mind and long-suffering and meek. True love is going to do that. It's going to allow you to prefer that person above yourself. True charity. It covers a multitude of sins, Lord. It's the bond of perfectness. The glue. Go ahead.
15. And let the peace of God rule in your hearts.
Look at that. The peace of God where? Rule where?
In your hearts.
It's your mind. But you know what he said about the wicked? Isaiah, he told us. There's no, my God says no peace to the wicked. He says no peace to the wicked. It's like a roaring sea. Go ahead.
To the which also you are called in one body, and be you thankful.
You called in one body. Be you thankful. The two shall become one. Go ahead.
Let the word of Christ dwell in you richly in all wisdom.
Look at that. You got to have it. In order to lead a family, you got to have it. In order to be led, you got to have it. And he said, don't let it do it. He ain't talking about dwelling within you sporadically, meaning you choose and pick what you like.
Right.
He said, let it dwell within you richly. In other words, you be full of it. So full that this is the first thing that's spewing out of you. Right? If I'm full of love and compassion and mercy, when my wife do something against this should be the first thing that spew out. If the word is dwelling in me richly, this should be the first thing come out. If not, I ain't gonna be able to hold my tongue.
Right.
On my fist, on my leg, on my head. That's head leg, right? I'm just saying. That's how it is. Whatever's in you is coming out. Go ahead.
Teaching and admonishing one another in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs.
No, teaching and admonishing one another in Facebook and rap music. Huh? I'm just saying. Huh? The word dwelling in you is more than just the physical word you can read. It can dwell in you with songs and hymns, melodies. Huh? You need it. Go ahead.
Singing with grace in your hearts to the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God and the Father by him.
Yes.
Wives, submit yourselves unto your husband, as it is fit in the Lord.
This is good to God. But the world gonna tell you, I don't know why you let them do that to you.
Mm-hmm.
If it was me, yeah, that's why you by yourself.
Right.
That's why you by yourself. If you're married, you need to be careful with single friends. Because I can't no single friends get married on advice. It's rough. You haven't even tasted of the fruit. You ain't partake of the vine. Huh? You gonna give me single advice. I really don't, I'm good at that already. Don't make that. I need some wholesome advice. Some of it can help two people and not just one. Don't take my side just because we friends. I need some righteous advice. Because at the end of the day, the problem needs to be resolved. If it's you, you need to know it's you. If it's her, she needs to know it's her. At the end of the day, we need to fix. Right? Go ahead.
Husbands, love your wives and be not bitter against them.
Oh my goodness. Some wives can't say nothing without their husband getting aggravated. Huh? Your voice is agitating. Huh? You bitter, man. You bitter in your heart. You bitter in your mind. You need to replace that with the love of God and the fruits. Ecclesiastes 4. Ecclesiastes 4, verse 7. Go ahead.
Then I returned and saw vanity under the sun.
What you see?
There is one alone, and there is not a second.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what I saw on this vanity right here. It says one that's by itself, ain't none else with him. Go ahead.
Yea, he have neither child nor brother. Yet is there no end of all his labor. Neither is his eye satisfied with riches.
Look, he don't even have nobody he working for. Working to provide for. He don't have a child. He don't have a brother. Right? And his eye still not going to be satisfied with riches. Go ahead.
Neither saith he, for whom do I labor?
Look, he don't even consider this. What am I doing all this labor for? I'm not laboring to provide for nobody. No matter how much I get, I'm not going to be satisfied with the wealth. So you just don't consider it. Go ahead.
And bereave my soul of good. This is also vanity.
And?
Yeah, it is a sore travail.
It's a sore, that's a sore evil, that's a sore trouble. You got a rich man and all thing he's doing is working to get rich and to stack up more riches. That's evil. That's vanity. Go ahead.
Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor.
Look at that. Two better than one. That's what the Lord told us. With Adam, it's just not good for man to be alone. Adam had everything. He had a job to till the ground. He named all of the animals. He had dominion. Whatever he did was there. And yet, and still the Lord said it's not good for man to be alone. And then this man come back years later and say, man, this is a vanity I seen under the sun. One by itself. No end to his labor. Not satisfied. Ain't even working for nobody. Then he said two are better than one. He said because they have a good reward for their labor. Go ahead.
For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow.
Is that not good? That's why he tell the men, dwell with her after knowledge, as the weaker vessel. So even though she's the weaker vessel, if you being a stronger vessel do happen to fall, at least she can pick you up. Because, like he said, that could be part of her labor. Both of y'all have a good reward for your labor. Go ahead.
For woe to him that is alone when he falleth.
Why?
For he hath not another to help him up.
Whoa. Ain't nobody help. Go ahead.
Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone?
Yeah, that's the truth. How? He's just showing you physical examples on how two is better than one. It's not good for man to be alone. Go ahead.
And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him.
That's right. You got help. If somebody overtake him or prevail against him, you got help. You know, that's funny. So I told my boys that they went off to school their first day. And, they twins. I said, I know this I was talking to Luke. I said, listen, let me tell y'all something. If one of y'all get into a disagreement or a fight, and you see your brother fight, you better go over there and help. I said, you better not see him get in a fight and you leave him to fight on his own. You better go over there and help. Two is better than one. I said, because if he get beat up, and you just gonna have to get beat up too if you don't win. But two, both of y'all gotta take the burden, right? Two is better than one. You better go help your brother. I don't leave him over there and let you see him get beat up, and then you come over there talking about him. No, you go help him. If he get beat up and you can't help him, you get beat up too. Well, that's just it. Y'all try. But don't leave him out there by himself. Right? But two is better than one. You say if they lie down together, they have heat. Go ahead.
And a threefold cord is not quickly broken.
That's right. Threefold cord is not quickly broken. Power in numbers and unity. Back up to Genesis 2. Genesis 2, verse 18. Genesis 2, verse 18. Go ahead.
And the Lord God said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him.
That's right. Go ahead.
And out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof.
So who gave the name to the living creature? Adam. Right? Go ahead.
And Adam gave names to all cattle.
God gave him this power, this authority to name all of the cattle and creatures. Go ahead.
And to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found a helpmeet for him.
So Adam has dominion over everything. So much so he can name it. But the Lord saw all of this, and yet still he said, so Adam got the world at his disposal. Even with all of that, the Lord looked down and said, it's not good that he be by himself. I'm going to create him a helpmeet. Go ahead and read.
And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam. And he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof.
Yes.
And the rib which the Lord God had taken out of man made he woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said. So
you see, the Lord was giving us a message. Because the Lord made Adam from the dust of the ground, but he didn't make Eve that same way. Right? He took something from Adam in order to make Eve. He took something from him. He went inside, took his rib, a part of him. So you should get the message. And he did. Because watch his response. Go ahead.
And Adam said,
yes,
this is now bone of my bone.
He got the memo. And this is how we're supposed to, that's why the Lord tells us to love your wife as yourself. Bone of your bone, flesh of your flesh, just like Eve was bone of his bone and flesh of his flesh. Right? Go ahead.
Therefore shall a man leave his father and mother.
Look at that. How you going to still be in the house? You grown enough to get a wife. You ought to be grown enough to take care of her.
That's right.
If you're not grown enough to take care of her, you're not grown enough to have her. That means you're not grown enough to sleep with her either. And sister, you need to stop giving yourself over to these dudes. Stay off your back. Homeboy, you need to stay off your belly. Unless you're a mechanic or something. Right? You do some physical work. Get yourself together first. Don't try to join to a woman without having yourself together. That's not how it is. Go ahead.
And shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh.
That's right. That's why it said a man loves his wife, loves himself. You can't mistreat her and then you still love her. Girl, I love you. I just beat you on Tuesday. You better watch out. I've been doing better. It used to be Tuesday and Wednesday. Now it's just Tuesday. Now you wouldn't do that to yourself, would you? You wouldn't want her to do that to you if she had the, physical capability. So you don't do it to her. It's that simple. Love thy neighbor as thyself. That's the hardest thing in the Bible. for the flesh to live out. But it's the simplest thing. If you don't get the picture and get the memo, if you don't get that down in your heart, you're not going to make the kingdom of God.
Right.
But marriage is a good place to practice all them fruits. And they were what?
Both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed.
That's right. They were physically naked. But this is a big message too. It shouldn't be anything between husband and wife. If she flesh of your flesh and bone of your bone and vice versa, how y'all gonna have something between y'all? Things that come between you cause a divide, a split, a difference. It's supposed to be a one accord. That means one mind. Supposed to think on the same wavelength, pretty much. Right, let's go to Malachi real quick. Keep people out your business. If you got a problem with them, tell them. Don't be telling Kim and Susie and Joe. Nobody needs to know all your business like that. Well, that's what we do. Only put it on Facebook. Now, everybody else in your business except the person that's supposed to be in it. How do you think the problem won't get resolved? They don't even know it's a problem. Malachi 2, verse 11. Go ahead.
Judah hath dealt treacherously, and an abomination is committed in Israel and in Jerusalem.
Yes.
For Judah hath profaned the holiness of the Lord which he loved, and hath married the daughter of a strange god.
Spiritual fornication. But this is treachery, the Lord's called it. You married somebody else, a strange guy. Go ahead.
The Lord will cut off the man that doeth this, the master and the scholar, out of the tabernacles of Jacob.
Yes.
And him that offereth an offering unto the Lord of hosts.
Go ahead.
And this have ye done again, covering the altar of the Lord with tears, with weeping, and with crying out, and so much that he regardeth not the offering any more.
Right, you coming to the Lord like you righteous. This is how his people was doing. This is what the Lord's people was doing.
Right.
It's the same way for us. You know, we're coming to the Lord like you righteous, crying out and begging and pleading. All the meanwhile, you got a problem too. You understand? But you're not looking at yourself in the mirror. Your problem you think ain't you. But the Lord is putting it in their face. Like, no, your problem is you. Then you coming to me like you all good. But you're not. I'm going to let you know. Go ahead.
Or receiveth it with good will at your hand.
That's right. Yeah, I'm not receiving. I'm not even listening to you. Go ahead.
Yet you say, wherefore, because the Lord hath been witness between thee and the wife of thy youth.
This is how important it is. You ask me, Lord, why is it like that? He let you know. This ain't a secret. Because I've been witnessing between you and the wife of you. I see how you've been treating. I see how she been treating him. Don't come to me praying and weeping, and you can't even love that person that's right next to you, that's supposed to be bone of your bone and flesh of your flesh. You can't even treat them right. He said, he's been witness between thee and the wife of thy youth, yes?
Against whom thou hast dealt treacherously.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Ruling don't mean oppressing. Subjection don't mean you don't have a voice. That means he got the final say. At the end of the day, he's the most responsible party. Ask Adam and Eve. Adam could have reversed that thing, but he didn't say nothing. It wasn't all Eve's fault. I mean, most of it was. But Adam had the power. You understand? He didn't exercise his power. So it's real easy to blame Eve. But what you do, you could have reversed it.
Right.
You could have hit her with that Job line. You could have been smooth with it. You speak as one of the foolish women. And it would have been good. But he didn't. Sin came in. But the Lord is saying he's a witness between them. He can see, y'all. You can't cheat him. You can't lie to him. He see it. Go ahead.
Yeah, is she thy companion?
Is she?
And the wife of thy covenant?
Didn't you make the covenant with her? An agreement before her and me? You did that. Is she not your companion? Go ahead.
And did not he make one?
Right, didn't he make the two of y'all one? Bone of your bone, flesh of your flesh? Keep people out your business. What else?
Yet had he the residue of the Spirit.
And
wherefore one.
He said, why did he make y'all one? This is why. Go ahead.
That he might seek a godly seed.
That's what he's looking for. Be fruitful, now multiply. Huh? He's looking for a godly seed. Be fruitful first. You can't produce a godly seed if you're not fruitful. You can multiply, you can produce seed, but you can't produce a godly seed if you're not fruitful. Go ahead.
Therefore, take heed to your spirit.
It's you. Take heed to your spirit. How you deal with your spouse. Go ahead.
And let none deal treacherously against the wife of his youth.
Yeah, you know what, brother, you always on the brothers. You never say nothing about the man. You got a bigger responsibility, man. When you get yourself together, she'll fall in line. If she godly. What it say now? And let none deal treacherously. This is what the Lord is saying. Let none of you deal treacherously. Go ahead.
Against the wife of his youth.
Go ahead.
For the Lord, the God of Israel, said that he hated putting away.
He hated the boy. What he's trying to show you. The problem is probably you. And all the while the problem is you steady looking to them. Like they the problem. He hate putting away. You made a covenant. You gave your word. Let's see how tight that word is. Go ahead.
For one covereth violence with his garment, saith the Lord of hosts. Therefore take heed to your spirit, that you deal not treacherously.
That's right. Basically, you can't deal treacherously and try to cover it up and think the Lord don't see it. He said, I'm going to expose you. You can't cover it up with a garment. I'm going to lift off the covers. I'm going to expose you. You trying to cover it up and then you want to get a divorce? No, but all of the while the problem is you provoking it. You causing and adding to the problem. You dealing just as treacherously. And you, man, dealing more treacherously because you are supposed to be the bigger person. At the end of the day, you still got to answer for what you do. Right. You can't let her cause you to sin, and vice versa. It should be the same way on both feet. Just because he act a fool, that don't mean you go when you act a fool too. Because he got to pay for acting a fool, but now once you do it, you got to pay too. And how is, if you're a non-believer, how you going to win him? You act just like me. I'm good. God hates divorce. He said, let none of you deal treacherously. Right? What verse?
17.
Go ahead.
You have wearied the Lord with your word.
Look at that. You weary him with your words. Come on.
Yet you say, wherein have we wearied him?
This is the mentality. Right? I haven't wearied the Lord. I've been righteous. I've been doing and keeping the commandments. But look how you treat your spouse. That's the number one person in your life right there. You're supposed to leave father and mother and cleave to them. They're supposed to be a part of you. How did you say you keep the commandments of God and deal treacherously with the wife of thy youth? You don't. You are deceiving yourself. Right? You got to analyze. Paul tells us in Corinthians about examining yourself to see if you're in the faith. Alright, that's what we need to do. Go ahead.
When you say, everyone that doeth evil is good in the sight of the Lord, and he delighteth in them, or where is the God of judgment?
God loves righteous judgment. If you deceive yourself, you will be telling the people that do wickedly that they good and they all right, when that's a lie. Because you know why you tell them that? Two can't walk together except they agree. Ecclesiastes 5. You agree with their behavior, that's why you give them a pass. But you see how you feel about divorce. You hate it. It wasn't supposed to be so. Verse 1. Ecclesiastes 5 and 1. Hearken to the scripture.
Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of God, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools. For they consider not that they do evil.
Good. That's what we read about a little bit. You don't even consider that you're dealing treacherously with the wife of your youth. Yeah, you coming to me with all these prayers and tears and supplications. You say, fools, they don't even consider that they do evil. Go ahead. They think everybody else the problem. Go ahead. You gotta be careful. Somebody's always complaining. They think everybody else the problem. Don't worry about what I do. I only did a little bit, but so. I'm so sick of them, man. Anyway, go ahead.
Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thy...
Look, hold on. But you know when people like that, don't that weary you? Huh? Don't you get tired of hearing that? That's what the Lord is telling you. You wearying me with this foolishness. You haven't even treated your spouse good. You treacherously with them, and then you coming to me like it's everybody else's problem. I'm tired. Listen, take that, fix the problem. You made the covenant with them. It's not them, it's you. Look in the mirror. Go ahead. Be not rash with thy mouth.
And let not thy heart be hasty to utter anything before God.
Don't be quick to utter anything before God. Go ahead.
For God is in heaven.
That's right.
And thou upon earth.
Yes.
Therefore let thy words be few.
You show him some respect. You come before the great king. If you don't have to talk, just hush. Keep your mouth closed. Say as few words as you can. Because you're going to be held to your word. Go ahead.
For a dream cometh through the multitude of business.
So you're going to be bound to your word. He said, dream coming through a multitude of business. Go ahead.
And a fool's voice is known by a multitude of words.
Same way a dream come by a multitude of business. This is how you can tell a fool. Always going to be taught. A multitude of words. You done stop listening midway conversation. Huh? You lost focus. I'm just saying, I drifted off. You still going. Alright, that's a fool. Go ahead.
When thou vowest a vow unto God,
yes,
defer not to pay it.
He said, when you vow to God, you tell the Lord you're going to do something, you need to pay up. Don't even delay. Come on.
For he has no pleasure in fools.
That's right, none. No pleasure. Go ahead.
Pay that which thou hast vowed.
Does that sound like an option? No. Pay what you done said you was going to pay. Huh? Pay your vows. That means if it costs you something, oh well, you should have never said it. Pay up. And when you go before the Lord and you marry someone, you're making a vow before that person and God. Pay what you owe. You said you was going to provide, be there, sickness and health, death do you part. You the one said, nobody forced you. You did this willingly. So therefore, pay up. If it comes from suffering in the flesh, oh well, you got to deal with it and keep rolling. Come on.
For it had no pleasure in fools. For he had no pleasure in fools.
Yes.
Pay that which thou hast vowed.
That's right.
Better is it that thou shouldest not vow than that thou shouldest vow and not pay.
Because which one better? I'm trying to please the Lord. Which one better?
Right.
Lord, I promise I'm going to do this. Then when the time comes, you don't pay up. Versus not even making a vow. Which one better? I don't have nothing to pay if I don't make the vow. See, we don't learn that in the West. We think we can just say whatever and then our word ain't bond. Oh well, it is what it is. I tried. Did you? No, not really. How much effort did you really put forth? He said it's better that you don't even bow than that you bow and don't pay. Just keep your mouth closed. If you know you have a hard time fulfilling the obligation, just be quiet. And marriage is a lifelong obligation. But at the end of the day, two is better than one. That means you got some work on yourself to do so that you don't deal treacherously with them. Go ahead.
Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin.
See? Don't allow your mouth to cause your flesh to sin. You making a vow when you can't pay. He gonna require it of you. Go ahead.
Neither say thou before the angel.
You know, say that alligator mouth and a hummingbird. Huh? That's what they say, right? That's the truth. That's like another precept, a parable, or a hidden riddle. Huh? But it match. Anyway, don't say before the angel what?
That it was an error. Wherefore should God be angry at thy voice and destroy the work of thine hand?
Man, it's hard to come up if God is destroying the work of your hands. But it ain't like God just do this for no reason, is it? He just mad at you. You know what? I created Jimmy, but I just really don't like him. You know, I just shouldn't even make his head that big. God don't do that. Huh? The things that we do, we end up getting on God's bad side. He said, your word is this serious. Don't let your mouth cause your flesh to sin. Don't even say, no, it wasn't no mistake. He said, wherefore at any time should God be angry at your voice? I'm not hearing your prayers. What are you praying for? Get up and destroy the works of thy hands. And it's always something. Every time I try to come up, man, you know, you gotta watch what you're saying. We bound to our word. They didn't tell us this, but we are. Go ahead.
For in the multitude of dreams and many words there are also the diverse vanities. But fear thou God.
That's right. Right back to fear God. Fear God, keep his commandments. That's our whole job. That's our whole duty. Right, so let's go, let's deal with this thing a little bit. Matthew 5. Use up all my time almost. Matthew 5. I know what I'm going to have to do. Matthew 5 and 17. Let me see where Jesus is coming from right there. Go ahead and read.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I have not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled.
The law is still good. Heaven and earth still remain. It don't even take no explanation. It's self-explanatory. Well, you know we in outer space right now. Huh? This ain't really the earth. Huh? No, it is. And the law is still good. You go outside and you can look up and see the firmament, you can see heaven, it's still around. I mean, the law is still good. It's that simple. Come on.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
Right, so then he goes on to explain to them how, back in the, verse 22, this is the, verse 22, go ahead. He explained to them how the law is not done away with. Because remember, the tenor of the conversation is, don't even think that I come to destroy the law. That's not, I didn't come to destroy it. I came to fulfill it. Now he's going on to show them how that the law is not done away with. Alright, he said, but I say unto you, go ahead.
That whosoever is angry with
verse 21, sorry, verse 21, the commandment. commandment. Go ahead.
Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not kill.
So where we hear that at? In the commandments, right? You heard him say it. It's the truth. Go ahead.
And whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment.
All right, whosoever kill, you're in danger, right? That's the law. Go ahead.
But I say unto you,
nail it to the cross when I die. Go ahead.
But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment.
I thought they said, don't let no man judge you in meat or in Sabbath or holy. I thought they said that. Let no man judge. That ain't what the Lord is saying, is it? They twisting the scripture. He said it's still good. And now he say, that was said of old time, but now whosoever is angry with his brother with no cause is in danger of the judgment. You didn't even kill him. But you got that same emotion. Go ahead.
And whosoever shall say to his brother, Rakah, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say, thou fool, shall be in danger of hellfire.
It's more binding. It's spiritual. It's harder. It's amplified. Verse 31. Go ahead.
It hath been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement.
That's right. Those, that's what Moses allowed them to do that. And they was taking full advantage. They was divorcing for all type of reasons. Unlawful reasons. What happened?
But I say unto you, that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving her for the cause of fornication, causeth her to commit adultery. And
is that done away with? He already told us how he feel about divorce. He hated it. In a minute, we're going to learn from the beginning it wasn't even so. He said, it been said unto you of old times, whosoever put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. He said, but I say unto you, whosoever put away his wife except for the cause of fornication. That's it. And we got divorced today. They with financial problems, just can't get along, unequally yoked, abusive. Right? It doesn't fall under the banner. It doesn't meet the requirement. So when it meets the requirement, when it doesn't meet the requirement, now we got sin. Then we got sin. You can't get divorced because you lost your job. You can't. Don't let your mouth cause your flesh to sin. You took that covenant. You agreed to death to you. He ain't dead. Huh? He got the ability to go get another job. You can't get rid of her because she gained weight. You vain. I'm not letting you. It's not easy to escape like that. What somebody else gonna do? You done took her best years from her.
Wow.
What they gonna do? Look, you gotta stick that out, Bobby. Commitment. Huh? Except for the cause of fornication. You cause her to commit adultery. You the one dealing treacherous. You the one providing a stumbling block. Now you coming to me crying and weeping like she the problem. No, it's you. Except for the cause of fornication, cause her to commit adultery. Go ahead.
And whosoever shall marry her that is divorced committed adultery.
It's adultery. You got a divorce because he lost the job and then you went and married somebody else. That's adultery. Look, I don't want to have to feel sorry for you. Because once you get through boo-hooing and everything, if it wasn't for this cause right here, I got to tell you, it's adultery. Well, what about if it's adultery? What about if he ain't worked since 2001? You got to eat that deal. You can't go marry nobody else. Ain't putting no adult. He's still faithful. He's just a faithful bond. Go ahead.
Again, you have heard that it has been said by the old time, thou shalt not forswear thyself.
Oh, that's good. Go to Matthew 19 chapter. Matthew 19. It wasn't done with that topic. Matthew 19 and 1. Go ahead.
And it came to pass that when Jesus had finished these sayings, he departed from Galilee and came into the coast of Judea beyond Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
And great multitudes followed him.
That's right. Go ahead.
And he healed them there.
Right.
The Pharisees also came unto them,
For
tempting
what?
him.
That's all they wanted to do. Tempt Christ, try to trip him up. Go ahead.
And saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife forever?
Every cause.
Every
That's what I was
cause.
dealing with in Matthew 5. Moses, they was putting away their wives for every cause. That's why Christ, when he came, he said, listen, whosoever put away his wife except for the cause of fornication, cause of her to commit adultery. And whosoever marry her, you in adultery too. So now they come right back trying to tempt him and catch him up. They say, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? Go ahead. For every reason? Yes.
And he answered and said unto them, Have you not read?
What you mean? Read what?
That he which made them at the beginning made them male and female?
We read that. But he asked, did you read that? Did you understand what was written in the beginning? He made them male and female. Go ahead.
And he said, For this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife.
Shall cleave unto his wife.
And they twain shall be one flesh.
They two shall become one flesh. From the beginning. Go ahead.
Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh.
Right, you almost like you're the same person now. You're not no individuals. You one. And he meaning together is one. Two become one flesh. Go ahead.
What therefore? God hath joined together, let no man put asunder.
Oh man. So God was agreeing when you said I do. You gave your word. You said I do. That's bonding. You bound to that. You bound to that. The only thing can free you is like he said. Self for the, but he gonna go ahead. I'll let Christ do it. I ain't gotta say it. Go ahead.
They say unto him, Why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement?
Yeah, so do they really want to know the answer? They trying to trip him up, but he gonna straighten them out. Oh, they said, okay, so they trying to turn Christ against Moses. Like he done gave us totally different set of rules. But he didn't. So they say, oh, so why Moses say we can get, go ahead.
To give a writing of divorcement and to put her away. He saith unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your heart, suffered you to put away your wives.
Dealing treacherously. Abused. Yeah, that's why Moses did it. Almost like the lesser of two evils. Go ahead.
But from the beginning it was not so.
It wasn't so from the beginning. We straightening it back out. Go ahead.
And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication.
Look at that. Whosoever shall put away his wife shall divorce her, except for what?
Fornication.
What's that happen?
And shall marry another, committeth adultery. And whosoever marrieth her.
Let's let marinate on that for a minute. Because that's what they want to know. Can we put away for every cause, every reason? He said the only reason is fornication. He said anything other than that, you cause them to commit adultery. You can't marry nobody else. Go ahead. And not only that, whosoever she married, what it say?
Her which is put away doeth commit adultery.
Man, go ahead.
His disciples say unto him,
Just watch how tight it's about to get. It's gonna get tight. Go ahead.
If the case of the man be so with his wife,
He said, if that's the case, what?
it is not good to marry.
It's better to stay by yourself. No, God already told you from the beginning, it's not good for man to be alone. You just gotta become fruitful. Go ahead.
But he said unto them, All man cannot receive this saying.
Look at that. This is the truth. Watch what he about to say. All men, what I'm about to say, men, all men can't receive this. Go ahead.
Save they to whom it is given.
This is only for the one that is for. Go ahead.
For there are some eunuchs which were so born from the mother's womb.
Okay, so now eunuchs, somebody that got their members cut off. Right? He said there's some that was born like that, from the mother's womb.
And there are some eunuchs which were made eunuchs of men.
So once he give you that first, that initial basic definition of a eunuch, right? He's using the physical eunuch. And they're going to show you something. And he said some was born from their mother's womb. And now he said, and there are some eunuchs, what?
Which were made of men.
Yep, some get captured in war, and then they do it, right? They do stuff like that too, cut off the men, castrate them, and stuff like that. But what else?
And there be eunuchs which have made themselves eunuchs.
So he's showing you different types. Some is born that way, some is made eunuchs by other people, right? Prisoners of wars, victims of circumstances, right? And then there's another type of eunuch, what?
Which have made themselves eunuchs for the kingdom of heaven's sake.
Man, who shall make themselves eunuchs for what?
Kingdom of heaven's sake.
So you can get in. Well, who is this eunuch? This is somebody that has divorced for a reason that wasn't listed. It wasn't fornication. He said, let them, God won't tell us. And their husband is still alive. Or their spouse is still alive. You can't go out and marry nobody else. You said remain unmarried. We're going to read it. Remain unmarried, eunuch. Huh? Or be reconciled to your spouse. Them the only choices you got. Remarriage because her birth thing was not an option. Huh? Christ, what Christ is doing, he's straightening it back out. Right, Mark the 10th chapter. That's tough, ain't it? If we knew that, I bet you a lot of more people stay married. Divorce rate wouldn't be so high. That over 60% of people get divorced within 5 years in this country. And you know what they go do, don't you? They burn it in their lust. Please believe, they go marry somebody else. Adulterers and adulteress. That's what's eating up the land. And because everybody's doing it, this is a norm of society, the church thinks it's okay. That is not okay. God never allowed them to get remarried. Only stipulation he put on, he said you have to get divorced for fornication. If that wasn't the cause of the divorce, don't even come to me with nothing else. If you do get a divorce, okay, you gotta stay in that state. Or if you don't want to stay in that state, you gotta go back. That's it. Live happily ever after. Mark 10 chapter, picking up at verse 1. It's really not that hard if we think about what he's saying. If we stop trying to make loopholes. Right. What if he beat her to the point of almost dead? I told you, if he was abusive beforehand, there's no way you're going to marry him, you're going to all of a sudden become a saint. Right. He's going to be an abusive person that's married now. And he got him a permanent target. I'm just saying. This is what it is. You put yourself in that situation. You know why? Because you wasn't fruitful. You liked him because he was light-skinned or tall, dark, and handsome. But you wasn't looking at the inner man, at the son. So now you gotta eat what's on your plate. If you throw that away, you're not getting another plate. You're just going without. Is that a good analogy? That's the best one I ever did. Keep reading before I mess it up. Go ahead.
And he arose from them and cometh into the coast of Judea by the farther side of the north.
Yes.
And the people resort unto him again, and he was wont. He taught them again.
He always teaching, right? Because he doing their job for him. Go ahead.
And the Pharisees came to him and asked him,
What they say?
Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife?
Look, you know why they want to tempt him? Because it's a crowd. It's a multitude. They think they're going to trip Jesus up. It's a show. Go ahead.
Tempting him.
Remember, he told us about the Pharisees. They do all their works, what? To be seen of men. Now we got a crowd. Now you got a small one that came out the crowd, right? He don't tempt the Lord. But you read Isaiah. You don't know who you dealing with right here. Isaiah told the Father gave me the tongue of the learned.
Right.
I'm skillful at this. You just practicing. Go ahead.
And he answered and said unto them,
Yeah, what did he say?
What did Moses command you?
Look, you know what Moses commanded you. Matter of fact, explain it to me. Tell me what Moses said. Go ahead.
And they said,
So now he on trial in front of all the people. Go ahead.
Moses suffered to write a bill of divorcement and to put her away.
That's the truth, right? He did in Deuteronomy 24. We ain't gonna read it today, but we'll read it sooner or later. Right? So Moses did that. Go ahead.
And Jesus answered and said unto them, For the hardness of your heart he wrote you this precept.
That's why. You was dealing treacherous, like it said in Malachi. The hardness of your heart. Hey, you pretty much was a non-believer. That's why he allowed you to do it. Go ahead.
But from the beginning of the creation, God made them male and female.
Yes, sir.
For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife.
Cleave to his wife, yes.
And they twain shall be one flesh. So then they are no more twain, but one flesh.
Yes.
What therefore God hath joined together, let no man put asunder.
No man stronger than God. He keeping it real simple. What God done put together, don't let no man take it apart. Go ahead.
And in the house his disciples asked him again of the same matter.
They want to know. This is tight. Because remember they said, if this the case, it's better than a man. This is tight. Don't even touch a woman. Go ahead.
And he said unto them, Whosoever shall put away his wife and marry another, committeth adultery against her.
Bottom line. You commit adultery against her. It's still your wife. Nobody loosed you. No man can't loose you. This was joined together by God. Where was the man at when he joined it together? Nobody, no. Go ahead.
And if a woman shall put away her husband and be married to another, she committeth adultery.
That's it. If a woman shall put away her husband and be married to somebody, she commit adultery. It never was so. Romans 7. Women didn't even really put their husband away anyway. If she put away her husband, it was always the man putting away the woman. Nobody is off. He said, if a woman put away her husband, go marry somebody else. Commit adultery. Romans 7:1. Go ahead.
Know ye not, brethren? For I speak to them that know the law.
Did the scribes and Pharisees know the law? Yeah. Go ahead.
How that the law hath dominion over a man as long as he liveth.
That's the truth. The law has rulership. As long as a man is alive. Go ahead.
For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband.
How long?
So long as he liveth.
You should have never said it. Don't let your mouth cause your flesh to sin. You should have never said, I do. It's better for you not to even vow than to make a vow and don't keep it. Only one cause. It's that fornication. Anything else is uncivilized. Okay, if you do, Paul gonna tell us in Corinthians, you gotta remain by yourself, or you gotta be reconciled to your. I mean, that's it. It's not really hard as we've been making it. Really, the excuses that we've been hearing is harder than the explanation, huh? Because you know them excuses, they come with a little sorrow, a little guilt, right? Don't fall for it, y'all. You just stick to the book. Like if they get too sorrowful, look, this is what I can read you. Then you tell them after you read it, pray about it. You done told you. You crib. So you know people gonna keep pressing until they get the answer they want. You don't give it to them though. And to them, tell them like Jesus said. Have you not read what Christ said? Huh? Christ said Moses, but we're gonna use Christ. Did you not read what Christ said? Then you take me and read it. But go ahead. I'll speak to them that know the law. The law have dominion over man as long as he liveth. Go ahead.
But if the husband be dead, she is loose from the law of her husband.
Yeah, because the woman is bound to the law of her husband as long as her husband liveth. But if her husband die, she is loose from that law. We got an example. I don't have time, man, but Genesis 20 is a good example dealing with Abraham and his wife. Go ahead and read it.
So then, if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man.
Look, this is real simple. She done divorced her husband. And if while her husband's still alive, she gonna marry somebody else,
she shall be called an adulteress.
She is an adulteress. And like Christ said, the one that married her is an adulterer. So the whole marriage is really not legit.
Right.
You have a marriage of adulterer and adulteress. And you know what they're gonna tell you? Well, how do we get out of it? You really want to know? You can't stay in that situation.
Right.
As long as you're in a situation, you're going to be an adulterer, she's going to be an adulteress.
Wow.
So now you got to be a unit. If you want to get the kingdom, you got to get out of that situation. You got to get that divorce. Both of y'all got to remain unmarried. Y'all already done messed it up. Your husband's still alive. You can't go back to him now. Based on what Moses said. You know, marry somebody else while he was alive? You think you can go back? You can't go back. Well, Jesus said everybody can't receive this. Some people be made eunuchs for the kingdom of God. You know what he said in Matthew 10? You got to deny yourself. If you get put in this situation, you want to make the kingdom, sometimes it takes suffering in the flesh. But at the end of the day, he said, this little light suffering ain't even worthy to be compared to what's after, to the reward. You think you're going to die. You just not going to die, you just burning in lust. Huh? Go ahead.
But if her husband be dead, she is free from that law.
That's it. You good. You can't go kill him. You know, you can get that off your mind. You can't have a pause. You can't send nobody else to go kill him. Because if you do, it's still going to count. Go ahead.
So that she is no adulteress through she be married to another man.
That's it. 1 Corinthians 7. First Corinthians 7. First Corinthians 7. Pick up at verse 1. Go ahead.
Now concerning the things whereof you wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman.
Come on.
Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband.
Right, they say flee fornication. The people that do so can't inherit the kingdom of God. Run around having sex with no commitment, you're a fornicator. You can't get in. Just players, pimps. I'm just saying, it's real life turn. You hit it. So these things we glorify. Rappers. It's the world. But I'm just saying, we glorifying sin. We in a bad place. We in the days of Noah. Every man's imagination being wicked continuously.
Right.
So it's good for a man not to touch a woman. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife. And
every woman her own husband.
And go on about your business. Go ahead.
Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence.
Uh-huh.
And likewise also the wife unto the husband.
Look, it's certain rights you gave up once you joined to that man. Once y'all join each other, yeah, you gave up certain things. You can't be holding back. There's no way you cannot have a headache 10 days straight. Huh? You can't have that. You can't make them type of excuse. He said you gotta give due benevolence. Go ahead. Because remember, he said to avoid fornication, right? So we're trying to avoid sin all the way around. Go ahead.
The wife have not power over her own body, but the husband.
So you thought you still did. I'm tired. Okay, that's good. Still. Fill in the blank. Go ahead.
And likewise also the husband have not power of his own body, but the wife.
Now this don't mean what. No, I'm just tripping. I'm playing. Likewise, the husband don't have the power either. Right? You got to really do benevolence to each other. Go ahead.
Defraud ye not one another.
You see what he called it? Lord, I know you ain't talking that strong. Defraud, you cheating. Don't defraud one another. Go ahead.
Except it be with consent for a time.
Except it be with agreement. Y'all agree together and then for a time. Right? Go ahead. For what?
That you may give yourselves to fasting and prayer.
Being fruitful. Being spiritual. Becoming more spiritual. Go ahead.
And come together again, that Satan tempt you not.
Come together again once that time is elapsed. Come together again that Satan what?
Tempt you not for your incontinency.
Right. That Satan don't tempt you. Nothing between. You don't need nothing between you. Right? Go ahead.
But I speak this by permission and not of commandment.
Mm-hmm.
For I would that all men were even as I myself.
Right. Remember Paul, he remained unmarried. So he can get to that gospel. We know every man ain't got that type of power. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
But every man hath his proper gift of God.
That's right.
One after his manner and another after that.
Uh-huh.
I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I.
That's right. It's kind of good if you stay in that state. You can focus on the Lord. What else?
But if they cannot contain, let them marry. For it is better to marry than to burn.
And he said this is for what? The unmarried and the widows. He said, because it's better that you marry than you burn. Burn for what? Sleeping around with no commitment. You're going to burn for that. Go ahead.
And unto the married I command.
So this for the married. He said, I command, yet not I.
But the Lord.
So the Lord is the what?
Let not the wife depart from her husband.
See, that's what he was saying. Jesus was saying that. Let not the wife depart from her husband. But what if she do it anyway? Go ahead.
But if she depart, let her remain unmarried.
Close the book. Let's go. That's it. If she do decide to do it, you already was married. Why would I let you depart and then go get somebody else? You can't even fix your situation you in. You rather just leave. Right. How you gonna cleave on to somebody else and then not go the same way? That's good. It's you. If she do what? If she depart,
let her remain unmarried or be reconciled to her husband.
That's it. Only two choices you got. Unmarried. Remember what Christ was talking to us about the unit? If you can't attain, he said let her go back to her husband or remain unmarried. Go ahead.
And let not the husband put away his wife.
That's right. Go ahead.
But to the rest speak I, not the Lord.
Right now, so you say, I can put my little twist on it now. My little wait, go ahead.
If any brother have a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away.
Right.
And the woman which have a husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, And the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband.
Right.
Else were your children unclean, but now they're holy.
And remember what he's seeking? He's seeking that godly seed. And then, you know what I'm saying, you might can win them over, but your behavior has to be according. If they happy to not celebrate Christmas, you can't get rid of them. Right? Go ahead.
But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart.
Now, you know, people be using this for people in the truth. You can't use it. You're talking about a non-believer. They talking about a man still keeps Sabbath, still believe in the God of Israel, still abide by the law, statutes, and commandments, still keep feast days, still love our neighbors. You know, it's not talking about that man. It's talking about somebody that don't believe. If the unbelieving depart, what happens?
Let him depart. A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases.
You can't stop it. A brother or sister is not under bondage in such cases. Go ahead.
But God had called us to peace.
God has called us to peace. Come on.
For what knowest thou, O wife, whether thou shalt save thy husband?
Right. You don't know. Come on.
Or how that knowest thou, O man, whether thou shalt save thy wife?
Yes.
But as God hath distributed to every man, as the Lord hath called every one, so let him walk. And so ordain I in all churches.
That's right. However God called you, you need to stay in that condition. Once he called you to the truth and you was married, you need to stay married. You shouldn't be seeking to be loose. Once he called you and you was unmarried, he said you shouldn't be seeking marriage. That's what he's saying. Whatever state he called you in, he said kind of remain in that state. Go ahead. Verse 20.
Let every man abide in the same calling wherein he was called.
See? Come on.
Art thou called being a servant? Care not for it. But if thou mayest be made free, use it rather. For he that is called in the Lord being a servant is the Lord's free man. Likewise also he that is called being free is Christ's servant. You are bought with a price. Be not ye the servant of men, brethren.
You bought with a price from Christ. Christ paid the price. Don't be the servant of me, you need to be the servant of Christ. Come on.
Brethren, let every man wherein he is called therein abide with God. Now concerning virgins, I have no commandment of the Lord.
See? Virgins, I have no commandment. Go ahead.
Yet I give my judgment as one that have obtained mercy of the Lord to be faithful.
He said, but I'm going to give you what I think, best judgment. Go ahead.
I suppose therefore that this is good for the present distress, I say, that it is good for a man to be, so to be. Art thou bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loosed.
That's right. He said, this is good for you at this time. If you bound to a wife, don't seek not to be loose. Go ahead.
Art thou loose from a wife? Seek not a wife.
Yes.
And if thou marry, thou hast not sinned. And if a virgin marry, she hath not sinned.
That's right. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh, but I spare you.
He said, but you still going to have trouble in the flesh. Because that married person is going to be trying to please the spouse. He said, but I'm really trying to spare you from this. Go ahead.
But this I say, brethren.
What you say?
The time is short.
That's what you need to know. First and foremost, we're right back to spiritual. You don't have a lot of time to get this thing right. Go ahead.
It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none.
That's right. Be fruitful. Focus on the Lord. Then multiply. He said, the ones that have a wife, he said, you need to focus, basically talking about focusing on the God being spiritual, just like one would do if he didn't have that spouse.
Right.
The same type of energy. Right? And dedication and enthusiasm. So much, just like you didn't have it, if you wasn't married. But go ahead.
And they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoiced not, and they that buy as though they possess not.
Okay, jump down to verse 33.
But he that is married careth for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife.
Yes.
There is difference also between a wife and a virgin. The unmarried woman careth for the things of the Lord, that she may be holy both in body and in spirit.
Mm-hmm.
But she that is married careth for the things of the world,
Right.
how she may please her husband.
That's right. So that's why he's telling you that's married, be like the ones that's not.
Right.
Because the ones that's not married, she cares for the things of the Lord. The one that's married cares for the things to please her husband. Or the world, like you said. But up now, I'm going to get ready to end it. Verse 38.
So then he that giveth her in marriage doeth well, but he that giveth her not in marriage doeth better.
That's right. Come on.
The wife is bound by the law as long as her husband liveth.
He told, this is the second time he said that, right? He getting ready to sum it up. He already told us. If she depart this and that, he told us all of that. Now he come right back to this. The wife is bound by the law as long as her husband liveth. Come on.
But if her husband be dead, she is at liberty to be married to whom she will, only in the Lord.
Why only in the Lord? Don't be unequally yoked. Stay in your lane. Go ahead.
But she is happier if she so abide after my judgment, and I think also that I have the Spirit of God.
That's good. So that's briefly, we're going to probably touch on it again. Marriage and adultery. Marriage is supposed to be lifelong. A fruitful union, a holy union. In order for that to happen, both parties have to be spiritual. Both parties have to submit. Right? One has to esteem, we have to esteem each other better than ourselves. We have to become godly, be fruit. Then we can multiply and produce what? A godly seed. That's what the Lord is looking for. A godly seed. Once we're fruitful, we don't have to worry about divorce. But he said, what God joined together, let no man pull it apart. And I'm here to tell you, if you get a divorce and it wasn't for the cause of fornication, you're an adulterer. Because that person committed adultery and the person that they married committed adultery. You escalated evil. There's nothing to play with. Take it serious. Especially the fruitful portion. In Jesus' name, I hope you got a little bit of understanding. I thank you for your time. Amen. Somebody let them know. Tish. What's that? Let her have, unplug it and go give it to her so she can cut it off.
It's dead.
Good devil. Huh? Good devil. Make the phone die. Bro, all you gotta do is plug it up. Stop blaming Satan. You plug it up, what you thought? It's easier that way, right? Satan did. You didn't plug it up.
It was plugged up to the aux cord.
Exactly. We didn't plug it up. Well, I didn't plug it up, that's what I was saying. Alright, happy Sabbath one more time.
Happy Sabbath.
Praise the Lord. Good to see everybody. Thank the Lord for granting us traveling grace. We ask that He do the same upon our departure. In Jesus' name. I don't really have no announcements today. Let's just stand in faith, we can close out and try to enjoy the rest of the Sabbath. Press to the red thing.
Wait.
Press the top of it. No. Just in case you mess up. Hold it down, yeah. Just hold it down till we go off. No, hold it down. Just hold it down till